pursuit of happiness. Our brothers and sisters in Libya are asking for the same. There's a temporary government set up in the east of Libya called the National Transitional Council. It is the temporary government that speaks for the few who have gained freedom in Libya. This council has been recognized by many countries such as France and Qatar. However, the United States has yet to recognize the TNC as a legitimate government of Libya. This council has reached out to the international community for help. They need help with humanitarian aid and weapons for the freedom fighters. The fighters have been using old weapons that they have found, but that can only go so far. The international community has responded, and they responded strongly and swiftly. However, now that operations in Libya have been turned over to NATO, the strong response has dwindled. The no-fly zone is poorly implemented, and civilians are not being protected. We often hear of atrocities occurring throughout the world, and we ask ourselves, what can I do? You can help give the silenced Libyans a voice. You can help put pressure on the international community to hold up what they have promised the Libyans. Keep up with what's going on in Libya. The reason why Gaddafi has been able to commit atrocities for the past 42 years was because the world was not watching. Where was the world when Gaddafi killed over 1,200 people who were unjustly imprisoned? Where was the world when 400 children were injected with AIDS in Benghazi? Where was the world when university students were hung outside of classrooms on the dreadful day of April 7th in Tripoli and Benghazi? You may not be able to think of where you were then, but you can make sure in the future you will be there, and you will not let Gaddafi continue to commit crimes against humanity. I quickly want to inform you of the brave woman named Iman al-Abedi, who stood up and spoke out and showcased Gaddafi's crimes. On a quiet morning in a hotel in Tripoli, where all the foreign journalists were asked to stay, in barges a woman who looked like she had been through a battle for her life. Little did the journalists know, she had been fighting for her life. Iman was kidnapped at a security checkpoint by Gaddafi forces. She was held for 2 days. During those days, her hands and feet were tied behind her. She was tortured, and those scumbags took the most prized possession a human has. They took her dignity. 15 men raped her. I cannot go into detail, for I don't think I can utter the words that happened to her. Yet Iman al-Abedi has to live with those memories, and she has yet to return home to her family. The worst part of it all is she is not the only one. Since the revolution began, Gaddafi's forces have been kidnapping and raping the women of Libya. And these are not acts of opportunity, rather they are done systematically to break down the Libyans and to further instill fear. So my fellow human beings, do not turn away from Libya. Do not let Gaddafi commit his unspeakable crimes. Do not turn away from the Middle East. Make sure you stand on the right side of history. Libya has finally been able to get the world to bear witness the horror Libyans have been living in. Let us not lose hope or momentum. The brave and courageous people of Libya have started this battle for freedom and justice, and let us continue and stand with them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Gaddafi must go.
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 Our next speaker is a representative of the Yemeni community in the Chicagoland area. We all know that a week or two ago the Yemeni community had a rally, and we all stood them with solidarity. Today, again, we show our solidarity by bringing people from all the different countries in the Middle East. Let us hear from Anisa Shahada on behalf of the Yemeni community.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu salam ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you all for coming. This is a wonderful sight to see all Muslims standing side by side together. The Yemeni, the Syrians, the Libyans, the Palestinians. And I don't know any Bahrainis, but I'm hoping that they're here too. We are here proudly standing, united against the corruption and oppression in our countries in the Middle East. We are here to say no more. We are here to stand united as Yemenis, as Muslims. We are here as one. We are here to say enough is enough. Enough of the killing. Enough is enough. Every time I turn on the TV, I see my grandkids are here. Enough is enough. They're worried because they see me crying. Enough is enough. We are here because the people of Tunisia, the people of Egypt have proven that it can be done. It can be done, and we will follow and proudly follow in their footsteps. Jazahum Allah khair. They did it. They did it, and so can we. We need to stand united, all of us, as Yemenis, as Arabs, as Muslims. We need to say enough is enough to the governments back there and the government here. I ask the United States government to stop sending aid to the military in Yemen, to stop sending aid to a corrupt government, a dictator who is killing his innocent people with the weapons the U.S. is supplying. They are supporting terrorism. The United States of America is supporting terrorism because they are supplying weapons that are being used on innocent people. It's not just about 9/11. It's about Yemen. It's about Libya. It's about every human being on the face of this earth. We all deserve democracy. We all deserve justice. And we're sick and tired of hearing of their pain and not the pain of the people back home. They are making money off of the people that are dying. They are making money off these dictators taking over our countries and killing innocent people. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I was born and raised in this country. I pay taxes just like everyone else. And I don't want my money being sent to kill innocent people. So stop it and let them hear our voice. Let them hear our voice. Thank you for coming with this cold weather. But you know what? I don't sympathize with us because back home, they're out there with snipers shooting at them. They're out there being bullied and they're women. The women are out. The women, you cannot hold us back any longer. We're out. We are being heard. I'm one of them. Mashallah, I don't want to misquote her, so I'm going to look up her quote. I am so proud of my Yemeni people back there. They say it's the home of Osama bin Laden. They say that Yemen are inhumane. What have they done? The people there they have weapons, they're armed. But not one person from the protests have retaliated against those thugs and snipers. Not one person has done any harm to any officials or any of the police or military. They have only protested peacefully, even with their arms. They have protested peacefully. So how they portray the Yemeni people is wrong, and they've proven it to be wrong. And I'd like to quote Diha al-Afia Tawakkal Karman. She is leading many of the protests there. And she has said, in English, she speaks English too, our revolution did something that Ali Abdullah Saleh could never do. It has united Yemen. Let us unite here as Yemenis, Arabs, and as an ummah, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.
Takbir.